On today's Sometimes Daily show, we're going to be talking about yet another industry veteran who has left their role at a major AAA studio to start their own indie studio. But before we get into it, I'm Michael Palmer.
And I'm Philip Edwards. The person at the centre of this announcement is Mike Laidlaw, most well known for being the creative director of the Dragon Age series, and more recently he was the creative director at Ubisoft Quebec, where he worked on Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Mike left Ubisoft suddenly back in January, and for a while no one knew what he was up to. That was until yesterday when he announced on Twitter that he, and a bunch of other industry veterans, had been working hard to make a new studio, Yellow Brick Games.
Jeff Skalski, another industry legend and Yellow Brick Games COO, had this to say about the forming of the studio. Quote, "We've learned a lot from working on world-class, multi-year projects with thousands of colleagues, and we want to take a different approach, leveraging a smaller, talented team where people come first. We will create amazing worlds and experiences for all others to enjoy. The market is moving fast, and we have no desire to play catch-up and chase it when we can influence where it goes. These goals drove us to found Yellow Brick Games." End quote.
If everyone remembers back a few months to when Mike Morhaime left Blizzard and created a new studio, Dreamhaven, he also said something very similar to this. Quote, "We hope that Dreamhaven can be a beacon of hope to others in the industry who share our values and philosophies. There is a better way of approaching business and game creation that can work and be sustainable and be a lot of fun and yield positive results." End quote.
Seems to us here at the show that a lot of these guys have all come to the same conclusion. Big AAA game companies are awful. I wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this in the coming years. As these giant studios continue to churn and burn staff, there's a growing awareness in the gaming community's consciousness that it doesn't have to be this way. We can have video games made by people who love them, and in the process don't have to work 150 hours a week.
That's going to be everything from us today. If you liked the show, then consider hitting that like button, and if you want to catch more of our content, then hit that subscribe button. And lastly, if you're feeling extra spicy, why not leave us a comment and tell us if you think the industry veterans leaving will have a grand impact on gaming as we know it. Also, remember to check back tomorrow for another story, because if you don't, then I'm going to make other developers leave and make their own indie studios. Then the big companies will fail, and all we'll be left with is a small, passionate studios putting out amazing content for us to play. Wait a minute. That's a good thing. Please come back tomorrow.